What's up, everybody? The BOFAcast 2.0 coming at you.
Steamer and the Champ, men here at the Humphreys Saloon Studio. Humphreys Saloon Studio.
Yeah, thank you for having us, or having me, I guess. Welcome to episode 4. Already, we're
rolling.
We're steaming right through.
Right now, so far, we are gonna be 4 for 4. 4 weeks, 4 podcasts. We're doing pretty well.
Yeah. And I will say this: you can ask Brady. I paid him his money, and you can ask me. I paid me my money. Yeah. I'm sorry. I had to get that in early, but let's get right into the recap of last week, Carson.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your matchup first.
Okay.
Fortunate
shit. Talk about it.
Rough start again.
Rough start SMH, but like I said last year 0-2, this year 0-2. Last year BOFA champ, this year to be seen.
Yeah. You're playing Daniel, who I also had the liberty of playing. I think he scored more against you than me, though. So
interesting. Well, It helped that he had AJ Green started off with the doozy on Thursday night.
3 touchdowns off 3 catches. Not hard to make a win off of that. And then, Sean Watson actually had a decent game. Todd Gurley did Todd Gurley things against a crappy Arizona Cardinals defense. I like to talk about it. And Dalvin Cook and OBJ didn't do a whole lot, but they didn't really need to because Evan Ingram, Quincy Enunwa.
That was so bad. If you watched the Cowboys game, Evan Ingram got everything at the end.
Yeah.
Him and Odell were having bad games. At the end of the game, Ingram picked it up. But there's hope for me. I was nervous after week 1, but I'm satisfied with how my team played.
Hopkins looked good.
Newton, Hopkins,
good.
Yeah. Ertz was back to
Dede,
form.
good start. I don't know if he'll do that every week. He probably won't.
Hey, he's a fire. I played the
odds.
odds.
Yeah, you played. It was good. It was a good start. I mean, didn't win you the game, but it was a good start.
Yeah, but Ertz was back to form with 11 receptions.
Adrian Peterson surprisingly disappointing against subpar Indianapolis Colts defense.
Yeah, they went to the passing game more. Chris Thompson.
I didn't watch that game. I don't know if they just got behind early or what happened. I was actually watching Red Zone, but I think by the time I started watching Red Zone, the Colts had already been up. But I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, it was disappointing, but what, he still got...
He's got 8 points.
Yeah, it was at 8, yeah. 8, he was my lowest scoring if you're not counting kickers and defenses, but it's okay. I had Jimmy Graham came alive on the bench for me, so should have started him, but it's all right.
Yeah, but like you said, promising looks from your team. Not terrible.
Yeah.
Daniel's team's looking very good. Like, I think everyone predicted.
Yeah, we need that injury to AJ Green to happen pronto.
Oh, Lordy. I did not say that. All right, I guess let's just move on to my matchup.
All right, we got a SSJ Juju against Prison Mike, and this.
Well, actually, my name. I just changed my name. My name last week was David versus Goliath, and I had a picture of Vegeta going, "It's over 9,000," because I was playing a guy who just dropped a 200 bomb.
And you almost dropped the 200 bomb.
I got pretty close.
And Prison Mike got 11 over 100 today. This time.
Yeah, his Randall Cobb didn't do what he did. George Kittle, I think, disappointing for everybody. I think a lot of people thought he was going to do really well. I think people thought Jimmy Garoppolo was going to do well, too. But it was actually, I think, Matt Breida still in the show in San Fran.
Yeah, so Michael Thomas and Evans went off for Prison Mike.
Michael Thomas is a beast.
Had almost half the team points between them two.
Kareem Hunt did good, too.
He did, yeah.
Didn't start well for him with the -2 from the Ravens on Thursday night.
That is true,
was I glad to see that? I was like, yes, keep destroying them, Cincy.
But Eddie, you made all the right decisions. You played pretty much the right people. You could have thrown
Buck Allen in there. But no, I mean, no one's gonna know a Giant's gonna get hurt. But he still got the touchdown. I was very happy about that. I was like, oh no, because that was before I knew my team was really going off when he got hurt. So.
Did Kevin have 2 defenses on his roster last?
He picked up who did he pick up?
He also has the Bears defense.
The Bears. He picked them up the day after waivers, and I think he was just figuring out who he wanted to start.
So he had 2 defenses on his roster.
Yes.
That is
But
interesting.
they're 2 good defenses. The Ravens looks really good week 1, but they were playing the Bills.
Yeah. Well, he should have played Chicago because they scored 19 points.
Chicago's good defense. I picked them up in the league, and they did very well. But yeah, my team did what I was kind of, I wouldn't say expecting to do, but Kelsey finally got touchdowns. Juju looks like he's a top 5 receiver right now.
I told
Steph's
you
going down with A. Brown.
I told you
Le'Veon's
at the
out
beginning
there.
of the year, man. I said I'm not high on A. Brown this year. I really like Juju. A. Brown still could turn around.
Hey, your boy James Washington got a touchdown.
Caught a touchdown. He's just starting to roll. He's sitting on my bench right now.
And then Kirk Cousins, my lord. Granted, he got a pick erased in the 4th quarter.
Yes, he did.
That was so dumb.
Roughing the passer call, that was.
It was so stupid. Oh my lord, so awful. But hey, he got me 35 points.
I seen worse. Friday night at our game, we got a roughing passer call where we didn't touch the quarterback.
Ooh, that's rough.
No one touched him. He didn't even fall.
Oh,
he didn't even fall on the ground.
That's rough.
Roughing the passer.
Did y'all lose?
We did.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
2-1 now.
Unfortunate.
Gonna be 2-2 because we're playing O'Connor.
Yeah, Saquon did good. Not really. He just caught like 14 passes. It's like his whole point collection. But yeah, my team did well, except for my kicker, who I dropped and picked up his replacement because he got dropped from like the Minnesota after missing 2 field goals and 2 extra points. Yeah, it's unfortunate for the Minnesota Vikings. They should have won that game. But,
yeah.
Or I don't know. That roughing the passer kind of changed everything.
Yeah, ended in a tie. Probably, but football gods playing back.
Yeah.
But okay, we can move on to Eddie. Good win.
Thank you. Thank you. First one of the year. Feeling good.
Yeah. So we move on to the Nick Bowl. Let's move on
The
to the
Nick Bowl.
The Nick Bowl was not entertaining.
Not entertaining. Bad. It was like that year that the Seahawks played the Broncos, and like the first play, the Broncos just snapped it in the end zone. Do you remember?
I do remember that.
It was like that. Yeah. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes looking like a quarterback prodigy, throwing 10 touchdowns in 2 weeks. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, like I said, I have him in another league, so that was awesome to see.
Could you imagine if Nick had like good running backs? His team would be bonkers.
Yeah.
Because his receivers went off.
I love Fitnick's receivers because they're just a bunch of scrappy dudes who are like not huge names.
Yeah, And
Will Fuller, man,
Will Fuller.
He's gonna get everything because people are doubling
D-Hop
like it's nothing.
Yeah.
He just gets
and
one-on-ones.
Matthew Stafford started to throw to Kenny G, smooth routes.
Smooth routes.
He's starting to throw to him more and more often. Kind of worrying for me because I got Marvin Jones. So.
Yeah. But Thielen's just a thug, man.
Thielen
is awesome.
When Kirk's throwing what Kirk is doing,
Yeah.
him and Diggs both had a day.
Yeah,
and Rudolph had points too.
Yeah. For Nick Robinson's team, there wasn't much bright side.
His team wasn't bad. It's just
his
kicker didn't do well. His DST didn't do well. Kenny Stills didn't do well, and everyone else just kind of did okay.
He was like me in week 1. Nobody scored 20.
Yeah, everyone, a lot of people just did okay, and then he had like 3 like almost goose eggs, and you can't if you're gonna have like Fitnick had a -2 defense, but his wide receiver 1 scored 33 points, so that kind of makes up for it. And his quarterback scored 40 points. That kind of makes up for Deion Lewis and Lamar Miller only scoring like 14 combined points. So
in the fantasy game, you gotta have somebody go off.
Yeah, you gotta have that one. You gotta have that go-to guy. And I think for him, he's been kind of wanting it to be Zeke, and he's kind of been that, but he's not gonna. I don't see him going off.
Well, he's facing the same thing that
So
all the other number ones on the team face. They stack the bots against him and they make it hard to run.
Yeah.
And that passing game is just not looking good.
Yeah.
Leading receiver Tavon Austin, man.
Chris Hogan finally looked good, and it was crazy because he did it against Jacksonville, but Chris Hogan looked good.
He had 3 catches.
But I think Gronk did not good this
They
week.
shut Gronk down,
They
but I
shut
think
Gronk
that
down.
was the game plan.
Yeah, I think, well,
You got to.
You got to.
And it worked because they won.
Jags look good this
You
weekend.
know who looked good? Blake Bortles, baby.
You know who looked good? Keelan Cole. Did you see his catch?
Yeah.
His catch was
And Moncrief and Westbrook.
disgusting.
They all look good.
They all look good. The Jacksonville Jaguars just looked good. And it's crazy because they didn't even have
They didn't
Fournette.
have their format.
Yeah.
And they didn't even need TJ Yeldon. He did nothing.
Yeah.
But all right, so on to Sponge Rob Grunt Pants and Green Gang.
Okay.
Is that next for you two?
No.
All right, well, that's what we're doing.
That's all right. We're doing that. We'll go for it.
Again, this one was a blowout. Guys, we had a lot of blowouts this week.
We had 5. Okay, so every match except for the Jamie match. Who did Jamie play?
Yeah, Jamie played Jacob.
Jacob. Every match besides that one was at least 40-point deficit.
Battle of the Scrubs.
And only one of them was a 40-point deficit, and that was Carson. All the other matchups were at least 50 points. So
Mine was 33.
Was it? I thought it was 43.
30.
Okay. Well, Carson was 33. The rest were all 50 plus.
Yeah,
There was 40, 50 plus deficit matchups. So not an exciting week. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like week 1 we had some exciting games. Like me and Daniels. I mean, he kind of beat me in the end, but it came down to Monday night. But
Yeah, this week
I just feel like there was more.
there was
exciting.
a lot of games over on Sundays.
Yeah, a lot of games over by like 3:00 on Sunday.
It was crazy because I was actually leading going into Monday.
Oh, really?
But he had 2 guys left to play. I had 0, so
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
that's what happened. But
So we got going over SpongeBob Growing Pants against Gangrene Game. So Brady, your team just underperformed slightly. Joe Mixon getting hurt. Unfortunate for you. Although I don't think that affected it. I just think that they were up so much and they just kept throwing to AJ and everybody, and then once Joe Mixon got hurt, they just threw Giovanni Bernard in there, and he was getting like 2-yard gains or whatever.
yeah, the thing, I don't know if you watched that game, but the thing about Mixon was he got hurt early.
Yeah.
But he still continued to like play.
Yeah, he would like go off on the sideline for a few plays, and then he'd come back, and he'd go to the
And you
sideline.
could
He went to
tell
the
he
locker
wasn't-
room at one point.
Yeah, and you could tell he wasn't
He wasn't like 100%.
there, and then they struggled with the run game after that, so they
so they just kept throwing it, which I mean it worked. They won the game, so.
Yeah. And it hurts when you have Gronk have a bad day.
Gronk had it.
Ryan Anderson had a bad day.
That's Robbie
Anderson?
Yep,
Yeah,
Robbie.
sorry.
Ryan Anderson plays basketball.
Thinking about the, I don't even know who he plays for now.
Yeah, he got traded to somebody.
He gets
No,
paid
right.
like the 10th most in the league, and no one knows who he plays for.
Yeah. Demaryius Thomas didn't have a good game. Unfortunate week for Brady. He didn't have the best of matchups though. In his defense.
Yeah, he had some guys on the bench.
Miami's defense actually looking somewhat decent. Held the Jets in check. And I honestly don't know why Demaryius didn't do that well. But I mean, I think Oakland was pretty much had a lot of possession time this game, so that didn't help. But
the bright side for Brady is he had some good guys on the bench go off.
Yeah.
Sammy Watkins got 21.
Yeah.
Bow Bow got 19.
Blah pow.
And Lindsey, the guy he just picked up recently, got 14.
Yeah. So
outscored all of his running backs.
We'll definitely see a changing in the guard for Brady's team this week. Considering Joe Mixon got hurt, but I definitely think he'll mix things up in the receiver core too.
Yeah. And then John's team
just
did one big with Julio only scoring 11 points.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign. That's positive for John.
Because he picked up Big Ben, probably the best immediate impact pickup of the week 1 waivers.
Whoever you pick up, if they score 41 points the next week, that's a good pickup.
Yeah, I'd say so. Swan Diggs benefiting from that good Kirk Cousins, that Kirky Kirk.
It was mainly Roethlisberger and Diggs, man.
Yeah.
Connor had to did good.
Connor did good too, but I mean, they score 100 points. Between those three,
John,
over 100 points.
I watched the Bengals game really closely, and I gotta say, man, I don't know if Tyler Eifert's gonna be your long-term option.
I think he dropped him today. I think he dropped him today.
We'll get into that when we get to activity, but if so, that would be a good.
I think he dropped him today.
I was gonna say, come talk to me, John. Jimmy Graham. He's tradable.
Yeah. It's crazy too because he's got Aaron Rodgers on the bench. He's got Big Ben and Aaron Rodgers.
You know what's funny?
That's crazy. And there's always gonna be one of them with a good matchup.
Yeah.
There's never not.
In my other league, I benched Aaron Rodgers as well. That's the league I have Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes. So.
I'd say that's good too.
Yeah. Good week for John.
His bench. Keelan Cole on your bench, the guy looked amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
John,
best catch of the year so far, in my opinion.
Yeah, that was nice. John, your team is looking pretty good.
Looking pretty nice. Looking like the return of the Bofa King, perhaps.
Let's not go that far. No, just kidding. So let's go to the only good matchup.
The only good matchup. The
battle of the
burned
scrubs.
all my bridges, which I don't think that was his name at the time.
No.
Versus the Go Luck Yourself Nick. Yeah. Not a whole lot good between these. Christian McCaffrey looked good. Alvin Kamara, that's what he does.
Yeah.
He's never gonna be that like Le'Veon Bell, like running down your throat and catch the ball. He's gonna be that. He can get a couple good runs, but not really, and then he's just gonna catch a ton of passes.
That's true. Both of these teams didn't really have anybody on the bench that could have made a difference.
Yeah,
it was who they had is what you got, and I don't know. I would say it's not looking too bright for both of these teams.
Yeah, I would say Jacob's team he really went, like, he started Mike Wallace again, dude. He started Mike Wallace again.
Jamie, you're obviously not listening.
How do you
Jacob not listening to
How
this
do you
podcast.
not learn your lesson from a goose egg, man? Like, that's, I don't know. Well, he's on IR now. I really hope you don't start him now.
The funniest
and also
thing,
put a lot of faith in Philip Dorsett right after you picked him off waivers after you had one good week.
So here's something funny, right? The difference of the game was decided by relatively 8 points. If Jacob would have played his highest scorer on the bench instead of that 0, he still would have lost.
This is true. You're considering he had 2 zeros on his bench. So here's the thing. He's about to have the 2 inactive Eagles receivers. Congratulations on that. And let's see. He's got a guy on his bench that he traded for in the offseason, in Derrick Henry, who's not doing as well as people thought.
Everyone knew wasn't gonna do good this year.
Yep.
But Jamie, what did he do?
I texted
He'll rape you.
I texted him about him right before I traded for Juju, while I was talking to Daniel for Juju, and he was like, well, he's going to be good this year, so I'm kind of going to win a lot. And I'm like, all right, I'm getting Juju. That's the season of my life.
He'll rape you.
He'll rape you. Yeah, and then, he's got a bunch of, like, backups on his bench. Like, he doesn't have any, like, buddy who's going to, like, produce for him on his bench. Like, at least Jamie's got, like, Eric Ebron or Kerryon Johnson or
Jacob,
Brandon Marshall.
You need to look at some receivers, man.
Yeah,
you need to find a receiver.
I don't know. I'm just curious how long it takes Jacob to potentially blow up the team by trading one of his 2 running backs, try and get some pieces other way. Yeah, he might have to do that.
You got to. But I don't know. But good win, Jamie. I think if you would have played pretty much anybody else besides a couple people, you would have lost. But hey, good win.
Good win.
You got even right, 1-1. So
yep.
It's a good important win.
There's actually, and we'll talk standings after this. Actually, yeah, let's talk standings after this. It's been 2 weeks. There's some.
Yeah.
There's actually some separation going on now.
But for the last matchup,
which
was the shred of the week, and it was correct.
You're pretty right.
No, it was correct. 166 to 117.
Well,
more than.
Technically, I shredded Kevin worse, but we're not gonna get into that right now. But yeah, Tate's team looking really good. Melvin is like the number 2 fantasy running back right now, I think. Brandon Cooks looked good. Tyreek looked good. Jared looked good. He had 5 20 points And then the rest of his team still did good. Like, okay. Like, Emmanuel Sanders, 13. Trey Burton, 12. And I think, like, if his team can do that, like, somewhat consistently, I mean, he's going to be dangerous. It's just...
Yeah, and the way Deshaun Jackson's playing, he has him on his bench right now.
I know. Ooh. I think if you don't start Deshaun Jackson this week, Tate, you're an idiot. Because he's literally like a top 5 fantasy receiver, I think.
Yeah, and Seth, man, I know you got Breida down there, who you probably don't listen to this.
That hurts.
But
I already saw it.
Need some running back help.
He's already plugged in there. No, dude, Breida looked good, man. He looked pretty good.
Yeah, but his starting
does he still have
were Burkhead and Morris.
Well, because he's an indie for starting Burkhead instead of Breida, because Breida's getting more touches.
That's true.
So, I don't think he's wrong there. And Mark Ingram's coming back in 2 weeks. Mark Ingram's coming back in 2 weeks.
That's true.
So he's kind of playing for the late season, but sucks about Greg the Leg though. That sucks because they didn't announce that he was hurt until like right before the game. They're like, oh, I don't even think the commentators knew. Like they scored a touchdown. They're like, oh, they're going for 2. And they put a thing on the screen like, oh, Greg Zornline has a hamstring problem. And then, like, the next thing, like, oh, he's out. Like, he's not playing. Like, nobody knew, so that sucks. I didn't even hear anything about that. He's also got Julian Edelman coming off suspension soon.
Yeah, so. I don't know. But yeah, good win.
Yeah, he still got
good win for the Shred of the Week pick. We can go to the standings real quick.
Yeah, not a whole lot to talk about that because Tate's team, his players are good. I mean, not really surprising. They did good week 1. So, yeah, let's go.
Standings.
Oh, yeah, standings.
At the top right now is Tate.
Is Tate and John.
I mean, he's tied with 4 people for first. But
yeah, there's 4. There's like 3 like sections. There's 3 people at 2-0, 3 people at 1-1, 3 people at 0-2. Yeah. So, I think John, Tate.
4-4-4, but yeah.
Yeah, what did I say?
3-3-3.
Oh, my bad.
But yeah.
It's John, Tate, Daniel, and Fitnick.
At 2-0.
Fitnick at 2-0. The Cinderella. And Jacob at 0-2.
Yeah, me, Jacob, Nick, Robinson, and Seth.
Yep, and then obviously Kevin, me, Brady, and Jamie at 1-1 in the middle of the pack. But yeah, pretty interesting. Most points for, I think, is Tate.
Yeah.
Followed by John.
Yeah.
Or
followed by Daniel.
It's Tate, Daniel, John, Kevin, me, Fitnick. Yeah. So crazy. Fitnick's 2-0, and he has a decent amount of points scored. But and God, look at you, Carson.
Yeah,
you are 100. Well, you're 100 less than Tate at that. But yeah, most points against. We can look at that right now too.
Most points against. I am, I think, 3rd.
Yeah, you were 3rd. Nick Robinson and Seth got the. Nick Robinson got the bad luck. I think he said that too. Like watching me, I'm gonna get the most points scored against me.
Yeah. But,
Nick Wallace also helping out that you have the least points scored against you. So
yeah,
there's that, and also John and Tate. So, but they're also scoring a lot of points. So I mean, that's not saying that's the only reason why they're there, but
that's okay.
I mean, it's small sample size. 2 weeks, but
I feel good seeing that I'm 3rd in most points against.
Yeah,
last week was a big week for me bouncing back.
I think I talked about it last week that fantasy is honestly like so much about luck, not even in your team, but the teams you play against.
Mhm.
So it's unfortunate.
Yeah. Y'all may be wondering why me and Eddie haven't talked about who we picked this week. Eddie forgot his notebook.
I left my notebook. I'm sorry.
So we'll have to get back with you on that.
I'm gonna take. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a picture of it, and when I get to work in the morning, and send it in the group me. So
I guess we could have listened to the podcast from last week, but I didn't think of that till just now.
Yeah.
That's okay.
No, we're too lazy to do that. So let's get into free agent acquisitions. For $11, John Brown got picked up. Second week with a touchdown. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, he looks good. Him and Crabtree get basically all the looks.
Yeah, I mean, there's no one else to give the looks
and
to.
I watched that game. Crabtree's getting doubled, especially in the red zone.
Well, the thing is too is like John Brown's I think a better deep threat.
Yeah, he gets the deep threat.
And Joe Flacco likes to throw it deep, so I mean, I think that's where he gets a little bit more love.
Who picked him up?
Daniel, and he dropped Charles Clay.
Okay.
And that was for $11, and I don't know. There were other bids. Brady bid $9 on him. Jamie bid $7 on him, and I think Kevin bid twice $0 for him. Kevin not wanting to spend any money, man. But what? Yeah, I mean that's potentially a good thing because week like 8 he could get like
someone goes down. He's like, all right.
He's gonna be all over it. So, and then Seth picked up OJ Howard. Good, he's been getting a lot of looks. Dropped LeGarrette Blount.
He had a big week last week.
Did anyone else try and pick up OJ Howard? John did for $0.
All right, so he outbidded. He overspent a little bit there.
Yeah, just a little bit, but he needed that. I mean. He needs some help on his team, so
yeah,
and I think that's gonna help. So, and then you got Tyler Boyd for $9.
I was the only one who bid it on him.
No, Nick Robinson bid $5 on him.
Okay.
And that's the only other one.
All right, so I outbid by 4, but hey, that's good.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Nick Robinson also got Fitzmagic. Dropped Alex Smith. We'll leave it in the Fitzmagic.
Did you hear about that other guy who's named Fitzpatrick that put in the
copyright
patent for his name? Yeah, Fitzmagic. That's funny.
Isn't it like? Oh no, I'm thinking of Kirkpatrick. Fitzpatrick. Yeah, I know who you're talking about though. I saw that.
I think he's like on the.
He's a defensive player.
Dolphins.
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember his name.
It's funny. Smart business.
Yeah, very smart. He's gonna make a ton of money. Next acquisition was Antonio Callaway, big pickup for John, $5. Especially with Josh Gordon leaving, looks to be the clear number 2 to Jarvis. Maybe the better deep threat, considering Jarvis is primarily a slot receiver.
Jacob tried to bid for him for $4, so he lost out by $1.
It's unfortunate. I think there was another bid. Nope, doesn't look like. And then I bid for Dan Bailey because my kicker sucked and the Vikings dropped him.
You paid $4 for him.
I paid $4 because I was afraid people were talking about him in the group text, and I was like kind of scared.
Well, someone bid it on him for $0, but hey.
Yeah, I plus it's Dan Bailey, so I think he's gonna do good. And if my kicker would have made those 4 kicks, he would have had like 15 points. I think so. I think Minnesota's gonna score, so I think as long as he doesn't freaking miss.
Yeah, we'll see how he feels or how his mental state is. But
Nick Robinson picked up the new Rams kicker and dropped the Pittsburgh kicker.
Okay, bid it $2 for him. No one else bid it on him.
Someone else bid on Fitzpatrick. I just saw Brady for $1.
Yeah.
Brady also bid $0 on the Browns DST, which I was gonna pick up. Screw you, because I also bid $0, but you just got.
Who are they playing this week?
The
Jets.
The Jets.
Okay.
Playing the Jets. So.
Pretty good.
Should be a decent matchup. And then, he also bid on Dan Bailey.
The rest of these bids are for $0.
Yeah, the rest of these bids are for $0. We'll just go through them. I picked up Jordan Matthews, who just got picked up by the Eagles for $0.
Prison Mike got Harrison Butker.
He's my kicker in another league.
Man, a lot of kickers. A lot of kicker activity this week.
And then we already went through all those.
Yeah.
John also bid for Dan Bailey, $0.
Yeah. John picked up the Cowboys DST.
Who was very underrated because they're like a top 10 DST right now in fantasy.
Yeah, their D-line is really good.
And he also picked up Will Dissly for $0 and dropped Tyler Everett.
Okay.
He told you he dropped Tyler. So picked up Will Dissly.
Good job, John.
Who's been doing okay. So. And that's it. I don't think any trades have been happening, so.
No trades are happening. We'll see.
So.
All right.
So that recaps the week, the exciting one. Not really. But
hey.
We went over it with you guys, so you're welcome.
I think week 3 is one of the most important weeks for the guys who are 0-2.
0-2, yes, I agree.
So for 4 of us, it is a really big week. And for the guys who are 2-0.
Are any of them playing each other? Oh, Seth and Jacob are playing. There will be at least one 0-3 person.
Wow.
Yeah. Will be at least one 0-3, and at most 3 0-3s.
All right.
And there's also 2-0 matchup between John and Daniel. So there will be at least one 3-0 and at most 3 3-0s.
Big week for those teams.
Big week for those teams.
So
two matchups between John and Daniel and Seth and Jacob.
Yeah,
so
keep an eye on those.
So.
But are we digging in? We start.
Yeah, let's start. I guess let's start with ours. So me and Carson are actually playing each other this
the
week.
Steamer and the Champ.
Steamer versus the Champ.
The Steamer is 1-1.
Rough start shaking my head with little Star Lord versus Super Saiyan Juju, and obviously a picture of a Super Saiyan. Because Juju went Super Saiyan last week and went off. I actually think it's gonna be a pretty close matchup.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Just depending on who goes off where, but yeah.
Also depending on health. Right now, Jay Jai's questionable. He's day-to-day. Don't know if he's going to play. If he does play, I will for sure be plugging him in at my RB2 for potential touchdowns against the Colts, because that's all he's there for.
Yeah. I got Collins, who's questionable, but we read it's just an illness.
I think, I guess let's go down it.
Let's go down.
Quarterbacks, I think it's... Actually, I think I have the advantage. Kirk's playing Buffalo.
Yeah.
Kirk's playing Buffalo. You're playing Cincy. Cincy's had an okay defense. Depends on...
Killing's look good. He's got points on the ground and the air.
I give Kirk a small edge just because he's playing Buffalo.
I agree.
Then you got Collins at Denver, and I got Saquon at Houston.
That's both not favorable
not
matchups
great.
For either
I
one.
might give it to Saquon just because of how many freaking targets he's getting.
Yeah, he may rush for like 30 yards, but he'll get 10 catches.
Considering Eli has 0.75 seconds to stand in the pocket, yeah, that was great. I loved all those dump off throws, even though he was only getting a yard or two for him. But
yeah. Then we got Adrian Peterson for me going against Green Bay at home, and right now you have Allen in
right now I have Buck Allen in there.
Also against Denver. So I would probably go Peterson there.
Yeah, I hate. It'd be hard to disagree with you, but really hoping Ajayi pulls through.
Yeah.
But yeah, as of right now, I have Allen in there, and I'd have to give you an edge. But Allen did have a good last week, and he had an okay. I think he got. I don't know if he got a touchdown last week, but he got a touchdown week 1, and he had 15 points last week. He got a touchdown last week.
He did get a touchdown last week.
So he's got a touchdown 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, he snaked out a goal line
touchdown.
Yeah. Snaked it from Collins because he was on the field for the catch for 3rd down, and then.
Yeah. So he did. So he has scored a touchdown both weeks. So if he scores a touchdown, I'd be happy with that if he's playing. Yeah. And then you got D-Hop against the Giants. I got Juju at Tampa Bay. Probably have to give the edge to you, but he is questionable. He's questionable.
Yeah, he's been questionable. He's
playing the Giants, man. Well, even though the Giants secondary is probably the best part about their defense. Was a limited participant, so he has a thumb and an ankle problem. I don't know. I might give the edge to Juju.
Yeah, I mean, I
don't know. He's either gonna have Janoris or Eli Apple on him, which are both pretty good quarterbacks. So
yeah, he's just been getting doubled a lot. Juju can't get doubled.
And Juju's just because Juju gets doubled, then no one's
So
and Juju's been getting so many looks. He had 13 catches.
I'd probably go Juju.
Yeah. It's hard to go against my boy Juju.
And Crabtree against Funchess. That's a toss-up because both, like you said, are playing decent defenses. I would probably lean towards Crabtree just because you never really know who Cam's going to throw to.
That's true.
And I don't know.
I think they're pretty close.
Yeah, it's not like a huge... It's not like a huge leeway either way, but I'd probably lean towards Crabtree.
Yeah, I think it just depends on, if Crabtree gets a touchdown, then yes, but if he doesn't, then I don't know.
Yeah.
But, I agree. Cam just throws to whoever the hell he wants. But I think what we saw from Funchess last week is what we're gonna see while Greg Olson's not there, because that's what we saw last year. So.
Yeah.
Then I got Marvin against New England. Tough matchup, and you got
Jimmy
Graham at
against
Washington.
Washington has not looked very good on the defensive side of the ball.
No.
And they're not going to put Norman in the box against Jimmy, so.
Yeah, I feel like I have to lean you here, especially with how much Stafford's been targeting Galladay.
Yeah.
Smooth routes.
Jimmy looked good last week, man. He had like 15. No, he had like 8 or 9 catches for like 96 yards or something. He looked good.
Plus, I think, he's just playing a less good defense, but.
Then our real tight end spot, Zach Ertz against Travis Kelce. Both.
Zach Ertz is playing the Colts, but the Colts haven't looked as bad.
Carson Wentz is going to be back.
Carson Wentz is going to be back.
But it's Kelce with Mahomes who have been lighting it up.
And I feel like, okay, so the only real options for Wentz to throw to are Aguilar and Ertz.
Yeah, he's going to get targets.
Well, they're going to get targets, but they're also going to get like a lot of attention from defense.
That is true.
Like the defense is going to leave whoever else.
It is harder to double tight ends.
I agree.
Because if you're doubling a tight end, you leave a spot in the running game. So.
Yeah. So we'll see.
But I think that's a toss-up. I honestly feel like I can't give the edge either way because they both could have really big games. But I don't know.
I feel like Kelce's got the edge if he's playing San Francisco. Patrick Mahomes is lighting it up. As long as he spreads the ball around, he'll get some touches, potential for touchdowns.
Yeah, we'll see if Mahomes can keep it up. I hope he can. I have him in another league, so we'll see.
Onto the flex spot.
Yeah, I don't know if my guy is going to be there.
Against Minnesota. And
Rudolph against
Buffalo.
Obviously, as is, Rudolph has the advantage.
Yep, I agree.
But I'm kind of in your spot. If Ajay doesn't play, Corey Clement is probably going to be in that spot, and that would be a big person for me. Whoops. But we'll see. Also have a couple other people I could throw in there. We'll see.
Yeah. Also got the Vikings defense against Buffalo.
Yes.
Definitely got the edge there.
Dude, they are. I know it's projections, but they are projected like 14 points. They're like my third highest projection.
Yeah. I mean, they're playing Buffalo. People leave at halftime there.
Players.
Yeah, that's we're talking players, not fans. Fans leave. Fans leave after the first drive. Fans leave after.
Fans just go to tailgate.
Fans just tailgate and body slam tables and they leave because they're about to get arrested and that's it.
Yeah, they're not allowed to do that anymore.
Yeah, it sucks.
Sad. Then it's the only thing they had going for them.
I have the Lions CST against New England right now, but I tried to drop them for the Browns CST, but that didn't work, and so I'm currently trying to pick up another DST. So hopefully that. Yeah. But I have to give you the edge there, even no matter what defense I have there. So.
And then in the kicker spot, you have a new kicker who's a new team
against Buffalo.
And then I got Jake Elliott against Indy with Carson Wentz back. So both could be good. Could be whatever.
But like we've said every podcast, they're kickers. Who cares?
We'll see.
I actually care now because my kickers sucked last week.
I love the kicker spot, man.
I love the comment JB made where he was like, "Hey Jacob and Seth, do you want my kicker who I picked up off a waiver who scored more points than both of your kickers, who you drafted super early?"
Yeah, I know there's a division between the kicker spot in our league, but I like the kicker spot. It's a spot that's honestly a lot of games in the NFL are won by the kickers, so I like having that in fantasy.
Unfortunately, a lot of games are also lost by the kickers.
Exactly, and so I love having that. I love having that spot.
Well, you love it until you were me last week. I mean, I didn't lose because of it, but what if I was close? And
Elliott sucked, missed a field goal for me last week. I mean,
did your guy miss 2 PATs and 2 field goals?
No, but we're not all
trash. David Carlson, trash.
But all right, I think we know who we're picking. Yeah. Eddie is obviously going with me, and I'm obviously going with me as well. So.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going for me. I'll actually make a water bet on this if you want.
Okay. I don't think I'm going 0-2, so.
All right. We're making a water bet official on the podcast.
We would write it down in the notebook, but we don't have the notebook.
Yeah, that's all right. We got it on the podcast and in our minds.
Okay, so who's next? My phone always locks on me.
I hate how every time I go, it goes to the past week.
That's weird. The next one should be Prison Mike versus the future Steamer wins Nick Bull.
I love his. It says, "All right, double wins for me, Jacob."
That's awesome, Nick.
That's awesome. I love it.
So this is an interesting matchup.
It is because both.
This is interesting.
I agree. It's very interesting.
So let's just go through it. You got Russell Wilson against the Patrick Mahomes,
who broke a record for rookies by throwing 10 touchdowns in his first 2 games in the NFL.
Russell Wilson's going against Dallas D-line, who's looked really good, and Mahomes is playing San Francisco, who's looked not good. So you got to give him a big edge.
Russell Wilson also has no Doug Baldwin. People were saying that wasn't a big deal. It's a big deal, man. You don't have that guy. Yeah. I mean, Tyler Lockett looked decent though.
He's kind of like Eli anyway. He has like 0.4 seconds to throw. So
yeah. The only good thing about Russell is his running back sucks, so he always has to throw.
That's true. Yeah, they don't know who the running back's gonna be, and none of them.
They haven't since Marshawn's left. I give it to Mahomes. You have to after what he's done. Then you got Royce Freeman against a good Baltimore front seven.
Deion Lewis against
good Jacksonville. Gotta go Royce here.
Really?
I think so, man.
Man, Royce has just been very disappointing this year.
He's getting.
They're giving that other guy some looks.
Well, they said they're gonna roll with the hot hand, so it's just whoever starts hot is gonna get the carries, gonna get the touches, gonna get the targets.
I think Deion Lewis could kind of be like the, kind of like a Saquon, like where he's gonna get a lot of catches this week. Because I could see them having to play from behind. And
yeah,
I go Deion here with the advantage.
It's just Jacksonville.
I know, but like you said, it doesn't matter if they just dip it out to him in the catch and he gets tackled for a yard loss. It doesn't matter. That's still a point.
That's true.
But
I'm still going with Royce advantage.
All right. Then we in the second RB spot, we got Kareem Hunt against San Francisco and Lamar Miller against the Giants.
I actually think Lamar Miller's gonna have a decent game, but Kareem Hunt's
I go advantage Kareem Hunt. He is due for a big game.
Yeah, he hasn't had it this year.
Yeah, so I think it could be this week.
Could be. Got Michael Thomas at Atlanta versus Adam Thielen at home against Buffalo.
Gotta go Thielen here.
Do you? It's
Yeah.
Michael Thomas, dude. This dude has been insane. I gotta go Michael Thomas. I don't care about his matchup. I don't. He's like. He's a top 3 receiver in the league right now.
Double water bet. I'll water bet you that Thielen scores more points than Michael Thomas.
I'll water bet you because they're gonna be up so much. They're not gonna be throwing that much.
I think he scores more points than Michael Thomas.
I think Michael Thomas.
I think that game is a 17-14 game.
No.
Yep.
You think Drew Brees is gonna score 7 or 14 points?
Yep.
Oh boy. All right, you heard it here. Water bet number 2. If anyone wanted in on this water bet, I'm gonna text the group me after this. If anyone wants in on this water bet, it's who will score more points, Michael Thomas or Adam Thielen.
We can't give it away. We gotta say listen to the podcast.
Yeah. We'll say listen to the podcast. Yeah. But once someone says it in the group me, people are gonna know.
Yeah, that's true. But
so I'll just send it in the group me. Screw that.
All right, but I got Thielen. I'm going advantage.
Thielen. I got Michael Thomas.
All right.
And I already know John's gonna go Michael Thomas too.
All right, so Mike Evans is at home against Pittsburgh,
whose defense does not look good.
Yeah, and Kenny G is at home against New England. Man, I go Mike Evans.
I do too.
Yeah.
But Kenny G is, he's Kenny G.
Yeah, and New England's D got torched last weekend.
Yeah, they did. They did not look too good.
I'm still going with Mike Evans here.
Yeah, Fitzmagic, I think, still keeps rolling for a little bit longer on Monday night.
Yeah, then we got at the wide receiver tight end spot, Randall Cobb at Washington, Will Fuller at home against the Giants.
Will Fuller's actually questionable.
Will Fuller is questionable, but it's just because he was hurt week 1. He'll play.
Hamstring was limited in Wednesday's practice.
He played last week.
He did. Okay.
Yeah.
I think
this is tough because
it's tough
both have good matchups.
Mm-hmm. Me do.
Man. I'm probably going to go Will Fuller just because I watched that game and, man, he just has so many one-on-one options and he burns them. Like, he may only get, 3 catches, but one of those may be for, 80 yards and a touchdown. But Randall Cobb is that same way, so.
I don't know. I feel like Randall Cobb is a little more reliable. I'm going to go Randall Cobb just because he's got a little bit less of the randomness, as in, I feel like he doesn't need a huge touchdown to make his game like Will Fuller does, because you said, I feel like Will Fuller's only going to get a couple catches, but
I can see that.
I don't
think it's big advantage either way.
I think that one's a coin flip.
Yeah, exactly.
To be honest. Then we got tight ends. We got George Kittle at Kansas City, whose defense has not looked good, and Jordan Reed at home against Green Bay. Kittle did not have a good week last week against Detroit defense, who was not good. Actually, he was getting thieved a little bit by the other tight end.
Really?
Yeah, they're throwing him a decent amount.
Either way, I think I'd go Jordan Reed as the
I think so too. The Jordan Kittle hype may have been a little bit too much, but I don't know. He's playing a bad Kansas City. They're scoring a lot of points, but they're giving up a lot of points.
That is true.
So luckily, they're just scoring a little bit more.
It's not like Green Bay shutting people out either, though.
Yeah. So
I go Reed here.
Yeah, I think so too. And then Flex got Crowell at his old team, revenge game at Cleveland.
And Theo Riddick against New England.
I think I go Crowell.
I go Crow. Yeah.
But I don't know. Riddick did do good last week just because he got a bunch of catches, but
man, Bears D at Arizona.
Oh,
very good.
Very good.
Options.
That's the I think against Panthers at home against Cincy. The Bengals have been scoring, so I think I got to go Bears.
Yeah, you got to go Bears.
My team has looked like straight garbage, but it's all right. We're gonna have the number 1 overall pick. So.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a quarterback again.
No, we're gonna trade back. We're gonna trade back 3 spots and get a crap ton of picks for no reason, just to get the guy we want anyways.
All right. Yeah. All right.
And then new kicker on the block, Harrison Butker.
Yeah.
Kicking against San Francisco, against Steven Gostkowski.
Who missed a field goal last week?
Oh, it was bad. It was a bad miss. I watched that.
Yeah.
He missed it by a mile.
But like we said, every day,
kicker,
time.
But dude, there's so many kickers missing kicks last week. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah, maybe it was really windy everywhere.
He's at Detroit. I don't know. Harrison Butker, his team scored a lot of points.
Yeah.
But they're touchdowns.
Yeah.
Gostkowski's probably got more chance for field goals.
It's true.
And I don't know why we're talking about this because they're kickers. Nobody cares.
Okay, so let's go on to the picks.
How
are we gonna keep track of these? Are you gonna remember?
You have a pen? I didn't bring my pen either. Your backpack's right there.
Dude, I don't use this backpack anymore.
Come on, man. You're
a teacher now, man. I need this.
You need pens as a teacher. Do you have anything that works here? I know Faith.
Here you go.
Alright. So.
I'll let you go first. I want to see who you're going to pick here.
Alright, so honestly. Are you kidding me, dude?
I
was going to get a marker out of here. Jesus.
Hey, it works.
You drew all over it.
Technical difficulties.
Carson difficulties.
Hey, if we would have had a notebook, I mean, this wouldn't be a problem.
Either. Y'all have working pens. Just work
that one works.
Alright, so. Jesus.
Alright, I'll go first.
So, no, well, I gotta write our first matchup down. So. Obviously, you pick Carson. Obviously, I pick me.
Alright, so Prison Mike 1-1 against Nick Wallace 2-0. Who are you getting?
I already know who you're picking.
Do you?
I'm picking Kevin.
Okay, I am also picking Kevin.
Oh, really? I thought you were picking Finnick.
No, I'm going Kevin. I think Finnick goes to 2-1.
Yeah. I just
But I think Thielen goes off.
We'll see.
But I'm gonna make a bold statement where I don't think Mahomes does as well this week.
I don't think that's that bold.
Yeah.
I mean,
We'll see. He has 10 touchdowns.
I feel like you just kind of have to think he's going to do well, but I don't think it's bold to say that he's not going to, because he's still a rookie.
Yeah.
It's not like he's never going to have a bad game. So.
All right, so we both got Kevin.
Yep.
So let's go on to Go Luck Yourself, Nick, against Pissed the Hell Off Bumps. So. Interesting. At quarterback, Jamie has Andrew Luck, and Nick has empty.
Nobody.
But
he has someone on his bench.
He has Fitzpatrick on his bench.
Oh, yeah, he's just got to plug him in.
Who would have more projected than Luck. And they're playing
Pittsburgh,
who is not looked good.
I got to give it to Fitz.
Yeah, got to go Fitz here.
It's magic. Although I think Andrew Luck will still do decent against Philly.
Yeah, I think so too. But, Philly's pretty good.
Then at the running back, Jamie's got Tevin Coleman at home against New Orleans, and Nick's got Zeke at Seattle. I think I gotta go Tevin Coleman here. I don't think it's gonna be a 7-14 game. I think it's gonna be a shootout.
I didn't say 7 to 4. I said 17 to 14.
Oh, I thought you said 7 to 14.
17 to 14. Falcons win. But, anyways, I go Tevin Coleman as well.
Yeah. But I think Zeke has an okay game.
Yeah.
I think Zeke is going to be pretty consistent, and he's going to be in the mid to high teens.
Yeah, I think Zeke scores like 18. I think Tevin Coleman scores like 20 because he gets a touchdown. Not a big, deficit between the two, but
yeah,
I go Tevin Coleman.
I agree.
David Johnson
at home against the Bears.
Yeah.
The Bears.
Kenyon Drake at home also against
the
Oakland.
The Raiders. Man, that's tough.
David just hasn't done much. I know he played the Rams last week.
He did play the Rams. They just look bad.
Oh, man. I don't know.
The sooner they get Josh Rosen in, the better for that guy. Because he'll actually...
And they're playing the Bears.
That's a lot of crap.
Yeah, you don't need to read that. Eddie's looking at
That's a lot of stuff.
freaking ESPN guys who get paid a bunch of money to just write crap. But I'm going to go Drake here.
I got to agree.
Yeah. Tough matchup again. And Drake has a favorable matchup.
Yeah.
All right. So, on to the wide receiver spot. Keenan Allen against the Rams. Whew. And
Tough matchup.
Jarvis Landry, who is questionable against the Jets at home. Man, Thursday night game, too. And he's questionable right now. So, the game's tomorrow.
Yeah. I honestly don't know what's wrong with him. Let's see. Mostly questionable for Thursday night game. Limited practice. Doesn't say why he's injured. Cool. That's why I checked this to not see why they're injured.
Yeah, they'll tell you everything that you don't need to know. But that's why they get paid the big bucks, man. To give you stats from the previous weeks.
Yeah.
That I could have just looked at by looking at his games.
Yeah.
But
I'm
gonna go Keenan Allen.
Same. I know he's got a tough matchup, but Keenan Allen's a freak.
Yeah, and if they're gonna beat him, they're gonna beat him in the air. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Melvin Gordon. He's a beast, but.
And then you got Devontae Adams at Washington, and Robert Woods at home against the Chargers.
Which those it's LA playing LA. They're not really home or away games. They're just games.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just games with
like neutral site
bunch
games.
of Raiders and Cowboys fans there. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously.
Yeah. Honestly, it's actually, no matter what, it's probably more of a home game for the Rams or it is a home game for the Rams. But I heard like no Chargers fans go to Chargers games.
No.
It's just like other fans.
Like, they don't.
But I mean, they play in like a soccer stadium, so it's like, what do you expect?
Man, I go to Adams.
I do too. Robert Woods, I don't think is the most targeted dude for the Rams right now, so I go Adams.
Yeah. All right.
Got Allen Robinson at Arizona. And Chris Hogan at Detroit.
I go Hogan. He got a touchdown last week, and again, I don't know.
Just picked up Josh Gordon.
Yeah, he's gonna get a lot of touches this week. If I had him on my team, I would start him.
We'll get to that later. I'd probably go Chris Hogan too, but I think it's closer than people think. I think Allen Robinson's got a easy matchup against Arizona.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's like.
Well, I don't know. I say it's easy. He's got
but...
Patrick Peterson on him, but if he anytime doesn't, then yeah, it's easy because everyone else is just not good. So.
All right, tight end spot: Eric Ebron at Philly, and Austin Seferian-Jenkins,
who scored a touchdown,
who's questionable at home against Tennessee. I would go Austin Seferian-Jenkins here.
I would too.
Yep.
We got in the flex Marshawn, who's questionable at Miami, and Nelson Aguilar at home against Indy. I think it's Nelson.
It's definitely Nelson since he's like the only receiver right now.
Yeah, and then one Marshawn's questionable too. Miami's D is actually like decent. Fun fact: Florida football teams are undefeated right now.
Wow.
Jacksonville's 2-0, Tampa's 2-0, Miami's 2-0.
Man.
Crazy world we live in. When was the last time that shit happened?
I don't know. The guy I do the podcast with thinks the Dolphins are going to finish last. So
I did. I thought the Bucs were going to suck too.
It's okay.
Hey, I was wrong. I'm alright to admit it.
They could lose every game the rest of the year.
They could. I don't think they will. They actually looked a lot better than I thought they would. But same with the Bucs. But I also didn't think Fitzmagic was going to happen. I thought they were just going to have a mediocre quarterback like they do every year.
Yeah.
Defense, Texans at home against the Giants, potentially really good. Could get sack. We'll probably get a lot of sacks, actually, thinking about it. That's actually a good matchup. And then Eagles at Indy, or at home against Indy. Probably give it to Texans D.
Yeah, Texans D.
And then kickers, we got Robbie Gould at Kansas City. And Sam Ficken. Who the heck? Oh, he's the new Rams. I'm like, who the heck is Sam Ficken? Sounds like such a fake name. Who's the backup Rams kicker apparently?
It is.
Because
Greg
really
Dan Bailey.
Did you
play on two teams?
Oh, he doesn't have Greg the Leg. I wonder if the guy who has Greg the Leg is like holding him because he's like Craig Zerline. Be very surprised, but so who you got here, Carson? You want me to go first? Or?
Yeah, I went first on the last one.
I think I did, but okay.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did we only do two? Oh, yeah, you did.
All right,
okay, I am going to go with Nick Robinson.
All right. I'm going with Jamie.
All right.
So.
I believe in you, Nick. I believe in you. Let's go to John's matchup next.
Yeah.
So we can get our guest on the phone.
We gotta guess. I'm very surprised. We're having a tough time getting
a
guests tonight.
About the guess. Brady's at a party, and Jamie is working.
Get a 9-to-5 job, Jamie. Come on now.
Dang it. Jamie's selling grass.
Living the life, selling grass. Dang it.
Alright, so
I'm in last week's matchups again.
I'm going to go ahead and call Mr. John Patrick. Get him on the phone here. We're going to see if our guest picks up.
Hello?
We got our guest on the phone. Hey, Mr. John Patrick, how you doing, sir?
What's up? The Steamer and the Champ. How's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. You know we're playing each other this week, right?
I don't think I'm playing it this week.
No,
I think I'm playing Daniel.
No, like
me and Eddie, Steamer and the Champ.
Steamer versus the Champ.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Who did y'all pick? Did y'all pick each other to win?
Eddie picked me, and I also picked me.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding.
That makes sense.
I'm just kidding.
So how's it going, man? You're 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty nice when I can pay attention to fantasy football and draft a good team and actually keep up with my team throughout the season. So
it's crazy because you're 2-0 and you haven't played your number one overall pick at all. So
Yeah, I thought if I could keep him fresh and start off 3-4-0, and that way if I make it to the playoffs, he'll be nice and fresh for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Just like I predicted when I drafted him number 1 overall.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
makes
a good
sense.
call. I mean, you're also giving your whole team rest this week, so
Yeah.
that is
Yeah,
that's
smart
also good.
managing move.
Well, see, a lot of people keep this weird ranking system keeps putting Daniel number 1. So my team's a little psyched out. So I sat him down on the bench. I'm like, hey, listen, guys, we're good. We're gonna be able to play through this. We got good matchups this week. Now get back in there. So I'll probably have some guys in tomorrow at least.
All right.
All right, yeah, because as of right now, you're picked to lose by like 100 and something points. But
I think I'll cover if that's the spread.
awesome. Well, just to let you know, you are our third choice tonight for our guest.
Oh, awesome. I wondered why I'm on here like week 3.
Yeah, I was trying to save you for a good one, John.
Yeah, but we texted Brady because, can't tell you that yet, but we wanted to talk to Brady, but he's at a party, he said. So
Yeah, unfortunately.
that was unfortunate. And then we texted Jamie, and he is at work selling grass. So
Oh, yeah, he sells grass. But
he is
yeah,
your
y'all called me like a great time because I just go to the troops. So
Oh, nice.
perfect timing.
awesome.
Sweet.
And now you're trying to go to Roses? Is that
Yeah, I am trying to go to Roses. But it's fine. I pulled my car over and I'm in a parking lot. And I'm so down to talk fantasy football.
Nice.
Awesome.
I've been a subscriber to this podcast since before y'all even got on there. So
Oh, wow. Such a true
Yeah, long time.
fan.
Yeah, we're
I've
talking.
been there since day one. So people would say.
We're talking to one of the former podcast person.
We
One
are.
of the former podcast-
We are.
That's right.
That's exciting.
The former co-creator of the BOFAcast.
Yeah, actually, I'm not gonna lie. That was mostly all Brady's idea. I was just on it with him.
That is kind of how I am. I'm just here to be the color guy. I'm just
Yeah, I
here
was about to say I was color commentator.
yeah,
So,
color commentator. Eddie does all the work.
This is true. I do all the work.
dude, that's exactly how Brady was.
So how do you feel about your matchup this week?
I'm not gonna lie. Daniel's team's pretty good.
It's big. It's 2-0. Winner's gonna go 3-0.
Yeah, I mean it's an unstoppable force, and I think it'll be close. I had a lot of guys on my bench that did pretty good last week, so
Yeah, you did.
I,
You had Keenan Cole on your bench.
yeah. I also had Rodgers and Bell on my bench, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I mean I feel pretty good. Daniel's got a good team. I think my team is better. If my team doesn't show off like it should, then I'll definitely lose.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you got a good squad.
Interesting. We haven't made our pick on this game yet, but
Yeah.
we will. So you have to listen to the podcast to see who we pick.
Yeah, I've listened to that podcast every time. I've only finished the first one though. The rest of them, I don't get down to the end until the new one comes out.
Yeah, we get kind of long on them. This one's already pretty long, but we're wrapping up with it. So, but
Yeah, but no, Daniel's team is pretty solid. I'm gonna have to. That's why I have him on my bench. I'm giving them a nice talk to.
It's a good coaching strategy.
Yeah, hopefully. See, the problem is I'm playing Daniel week 3, so like Daniel's team has a lot of really good starters, but he's got no bench depth. So if you're playing in week 9 or 10 when some of those guys are hurt or something, then that's perfect.
buys.
But,
Exactly. That's what I've been trying to say.
yeah, but I've been playing. I'm playing him like too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have played him last week like me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Or week 1 like me.
Yeah. I mean, he's just. Oh, that's probably why he's 2-0. He got 2 softballs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, softball, the guy who scored the most points last week. Oh yeah, that's me.
That's true.
Guy who has a
The
boat
guy who
trophy.
only scores points when he's going to give himself money. So. I'm kidding.
All right, take John's name off the winning list.
Off the collusion
No.
list.
Awesome. Well, listen to the podcast to see who we pick. I don't know. You have any more questions for our guest?
What do you think of the bottom 4 teams right now? The 0-2s. Do you know who they are?
The 0-2s. I want to say Tate, but I know he's doing good. I want to
Yeah,
say
Tate's
Fitnick,
too-
but I know he's also doing good.
Tate and Fitnick. You, Tate, Fitnick, and Daniel are all the 2-0 teams.
Yeah, isn't that
and-
wild?
Yeah, and Carson, Nick Robinson, Jacob, and Seth are all 0-2.
Carson, Nick Robinson, Jacob, and Seth. Okay, well, Seth he has the leading rusher of the NFL right now. Nick's team is pretty good. I don't know why he's 0-2. Jacob has the number 1 running back right now, and Carson, your team's pretty solid. So I don't think that any of y'all will go like winless for probably 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
I think everybody's teams are pretty good.
Yeah.
Seth and Jacob are playing each other this week, so one of them has to win.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So
But
we'll see.
yeah, fun fact about Nick, he has the most points scored against him.
Dude, okay, isn't Nick the guy that happens to like every year though?
We were talking about that. He's like, I'm always the guy who has the most points scored against me. And it's already happening this year, so unfortunate for him.
Yeah, that sucks. And if you notice Nick's avatar, like a little bump, gets angry every time he loses.
I know.
So the more he loses, the more it benefits us.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But no, I think all the 0-2 guys, they have a really good chance of like winning. Because I feel like no one in the league has like a bad team. I think some people have made some bad trades and lowered themselves.
Yeah.
And I think that there's some people that are going to realize within the next couple weeks, like, oh crap, this guy I drafted is not going to be that good. And then that's when you'll start seeing a lot more trades and waiver claims and people starting, like new people, because it's still week 3. So if you drafted a guy in the 5th round, you're still going to play him because you're like still high on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, Alex Collins, Michael Crabtree, guys like that, you know, that you're just still starting.
Hey, fun fact. I started 0-2 last year.
Yeah,
So
that's good.
I'm on pace to repeat as the BOFA champ.
Yeah, that's solid logic, man. Hey, the year that Daniel won the Steamer, he started off 4-1. So
No
anything's
way,
possible,
did he?
dude. Yeah, he went like 3-0 and then ended up like 4-1, and then
I did not know that.
lost the rest of the games. Yeah, he started off hot.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to get my first win so I can change my name to I'm finna win out, and then it's over from there.
Yeah, I mean, you have a picture of Star-Lord, dude, and Star-Lord's pretty dope. So I don't know why you're not winning, man.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, what are you, Eddie? Are you 1-1?
I am 1-1.
Okay, not bad.
And I'm playing Carson this week. So about to be
1-2.
That's funny. Yeah, that'll be a good matchup. I wish that I had like more time on Sundays. I haven't been able to watch any football. The only games I've been able to watch is the first halves of the Thursday night games. But it's fun, like waking up from my nap before I go to work and seeing everyone freak out on the group me and like catch up on football. It's fun.
Yeah. I was freaking out because I was watching Red Zone, so I could see like everything that my players were doing when my whole team was going off. So I was freaking out.
Yeah, it's also funny watching because I don't always listen to the podcast until like the weekend whenever I'm at work and I have nothing to do. So I'll be after the games have like already happened, I'll be finishing up the podcast and I'll hear you be like, I don't know, man, Kevin's got some good matchups, dude. I mean, it's gotta like lean this way or whatever. I'm like, dude, no, that didn't happen at all.
Yeah, I'm so wrong about half the stuff I talk about, but it's okay.
Hey, dude, it doesn't matter what you say as long as you're entertaining.
Yeah, this is true. Like I think before week 1, I was like, I think the Dolphins might get last, and I was like, I think the Bucs are gonna be pretty bad too, and the Florida teams are 6-0 right now.
Hey, that's why you don't get paid to do this for a living, but it's still fun to do.
This is true.
Hey, one thing. Hey, y'all should not tell people on the podcast like, oh man, that guy's on his bench. You should start them because there's some people in the league that are listening to y'all.
Oh,
Don't
really?
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's
Like,
obviously some people who are not listening to us also.
Yeah.
Jacob.
Jacob.
Yeah, like I'm just saying, keep telling Jacob to start Mike Wallace. That's good. Keep that
Yeah,
up.
we've already talked about that, and we told him to start him again, but he is on the IR, so.
Oh, IR just means like infinitely receptions. So
Yeah, like due for a catch because he has 0 points for 2 weeks, but.
No, I think y'all guys are doing good, and I enjoy listening to it. It's fun, so I know it'll get better.
Well, thanks, man. But we'll keep that in mind. Talk less about
Yeah.
what we think
Even
we
though I'm
should
y'all's
do.
bronze medal and I'm y'all's third choice tonight, I appreciate the fact that y'all called me.
No problem, man. You'll get another call. Someone will miss out because they didn't answer tonight. Brady or Jamie. They missed their shot. So
Yeah,
you'll get the duplicate call eventually.
Yeah, those two would have been fun to listen to. Who's Brady play this week?
Brady's playing Tate, yeah.
Oh, so that would have been a good matchup to talk to. Who's Jamie playing?
Jamie is playing Jacob or Nick?
No, he played Jacob last week.
He's playing Nick.
No. I don't know.
We'll
have to look. We haven't got to that matchup yet.
It gets confusing
okay.
after you talk about like what people played last week and then you start talking about who people are playing next week. So I always get it mixed up. So I'm not too sure, but I picked. Oh, Jamie's playing Nick Robinson.
Oh,
okay.
you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Because I have it written down. Cause
Yeah.
I picked Jamie to win. You picked Nick to win.
Yep, I did.
Awesome, dude. But yeah, I think you guys are going good, and I know I kept talking like I'm on the phone, and I forgot that I'm on a podcast. So
Yeah,
it's all
so
good.
we can just blame you for it going long.
yeah, if it runs a little long, it's my fault, guys.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right, well, we're going to hang up now, so thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining.
All right,
the
y'all are
BOFAcast.
welcome. Yeah, 5-star review. I'll leave it on YouTube. So on iTunes,
Awesome.
download it everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, well, good luck this week, guys. I'll see you later.
See you,
Thanks, man.
Good
Bye.
luck. Thank you,
All
John.
right, that was our guest.
That was our guest. So because we talked so long, let's just go ahead and not really run through because he didn't have anybody.
He doesn't
on.
even have anybody on there, yeah. Just take your pick. I mean, if you want to look at John's roster, you can go look at his bench if y'all want. But just, I'm gonna go with. I'm going with Daniel here.
Going John.
Okay, all right. So far we have disagreed on a lot.
Just 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Except for us.
3 out of 4. All right.
All right, let's go. Let's move on. Yeah.
Move on.
Sorry, Daniel, we didn't talk about your team at all. Blame John. But your team's pretty good.
So we've
But
done that. We've done that.
don't
we've
like your
done that,
matchups.
We've done that. So let's go on to the 0-2 matchup.
The 0-2 matchup. Probably the most hype matchup
Yeah.
of the week.
We got Not the Real Seth versus Burned All My Bridges, and I wish I was playing either one of these teams, but I'm not.
Yeah, me too. Me too, man.
So we can just speed through this kind of a little bit,
yeah,
but Drew Brees versus Tom Brady.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
I give Drew Brees edge.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a toss-up. I'd have to go Tom Brady.
All right. Give McCaffrey edge.
Yeah, McCaffrey over Burkhead. I would still go Kamara over Breida.
It's
just-
closer though.
It is closer,
Yeah,
but
Breida,
I
hasn't
can't
been
judge
bad.
off 1 week, man.
Yeah, Kamara. I agree.
Kamara's steady.
Larry exited the game with injury, and he's playing Chicago. Amari's playing a decently tough Miami defense.
I go
I'll
Amari.
because
Yeah.
of Larry's injury. Ty questionable at Philly. Kelvin questionable at Minnesota. I go Ty.
Yeah. Ty.
Kelvin got lucky with a garbage time touchdown last
Mhm.
week. He would not have done crap.
I agree.
Um,
Golden Tate versus Philip Dorsett.
Golden Tate
Yep, Golden Tate. And then Njoku.
Njoku. versus Cook.
Yeah, I gotta go Njoku.
I do too.
Man.
And then Jaguars D against Tennessee. Chargers at Rams. I gotta go Jags.
Yep, we skipped over the flex, but
And then-
Cooper Kupp versus Derrick
we
Henry.
did. My bad.
Derrick Henry's playing at Jacksonville, so you automatically pick the other person. So
Cooper
Cooper Kupp.
And then
Greg the Leg,
Greg
who's
Blake,
hurt.
who's hurt, out right now. And it's Justin Tucker, so we don't really care about kickers, but Justin Tucker. And we got to win.
I am gonna go with Seth.
Me too. Get a kicker, or never mind.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he listens to this, but
He doesn't.
gotta get better.
Yeah, good kicker you got there.
Great kicker. Great. Love him. Greg the Leg, number 1 kicker last year.
Yeah. All right. So our last matchup is between.
Hold on, let me pull it up real quick.
Oh, we saved the best for last.
We did. This is a bold statement.
We are going off the charts with the shred of the week. We got Vaughn with the win against Sponge Rob Gronk Pants. And Eddie, I will let you do the have the honor of saying who is going to get shredded this week. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna go bold statement again and say that Tate's gonna get shredded by Brady.
Yeah. So week 1 we picked Tate to get shredded, did not work. Last week we picked Tate to shred and it worked. We are going to go with Brady this time, doing the shredding of Tate.
Yeah, and I know what y'all are thinking. Brady's team got destroyed by John last week. Don't worry. He's got the matchups that you want to see on some certain guys. Not the greatest matchups across the board, but he's got good matchups.
Yeah. Brady's bouncing back and knocking off Tate from first place.
So you actually got two quarterbacks going up against each other. Phillip Rivers at the Rams, tough, but I feel like he's going to be behind and throwing. Jared Goff against the Chargers. Who you got for the
edge? Man, I still got to go Phillip.
I do too.
Yeah, he's just
going to throw. He's going to have to throw the whole game.
He may throw a couple picks, but he may still throw some touchdowns.
He's even going to have to dump off to Melvin a lot. So I don't know. That's going to be a really good game. Kind of sucks that we can't watch it because we got to watch the stupid Cowboys game.
Yeah.
It's alright. That's what Red Zone's for.
And then you got Melvin Gordon against Jordan Howard. Melvin Gordon's against the Rams.
Melvin Gordon is against the Rams.
Howard's against Arizona.
I feel like I want to go Howard so bad, but Melvin Gordon's been going off.
I'll do it for you. I'll go Howard. I don't think it's like huge, but I think here's what I think. I think Gordon still has a decent game, but doesn't do as well. And I think Howard has a decent game to where they are about even.
I think Howard does decent against Arizona, and by decent I mean like he does pretty good and gets like a touchdown, decent amount of yards.
Yeah, and then
Chris
second
Thompson.
RB, Chris Thompson against Phillip Lindsay.
Phillip Lindsay's got a decently tough matchup.
Yeah, this one is interesting. I would probably have to lean towards Thompson. But
as it stands, yes. I'm not going to say anything, but I don't feel like Brady's looked at his matchup yet.
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna change some stuff for sure, but
maybe, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, but I feel like he will. But yeah, Brandon Cooks, Robbie Anderson at Cleveland.
Yeah, Cooks is against the Chargers. Tough, but probably Cooks. I don't know. What do you think?
I think Cooks, yeah.
Yeah. Only just because we haven't seen enough from Robbie. QB, yeah. And the QB position at the Jets.
All right, and here's where I feel like it starts
opening up.
Opening up a little bit. You got Tyreek Hill at home against San Fran, and then you got Antonio Brown at Tampa Bay.
You got to go Antonio Brown, You got
to go Antonio Brown. He's got something to prove this week. I feel like he's gonna have a chip on his shoulder. He's gonna do well, even against Tampa Bay, who's been playing well.
Could be another shootout.
Monday Night Football is always freaking a mess.
That is true, but hopefully it's a shootout, fun game, and Antonio Brown.
Yeah,
that's good.
Tyreek Hill will do okay though.
This is the only other upside I would give the next position to Tate, with Emmanuel Sanders at Baltimore and Tyler Lockett against Dallas. Even though
I don't think so.
You're right, because there's no Baldwin, and Baltimore's tough.
Baltimore's tough, and Case didn't look good last week, man. He didn't look that great. He looked kind of shaky.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Demarius has a better game than Emmanuel this week, but I feel like Tyler has a good game.
Yeah, he has potential to do really good because he's one of the only guys left to throw to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. I'll change my pick. I'll go Lockett has the upside.
And then you got Trey Burton at Arizona.
Gronk against Detroit. I think obviously
has a repeat of week 1. Gronk goes off.
Yeah, and then the other receiver for Denver, Demarius.
At Baltimore.
For Brady, yeah.
The guy who I think is going to get all the points. And then Deshaun Jackson against Pitt. Strangely enough, I think maybe Pittsburgh might be like, hey, Deshaun Jackson gets like a 75-yard touchdown at like the beginning of the game so far this season.
So interesting.
Maybe let's not let him do that.
Interesting. I think since we have started this podcast, Tate has changed his lineup. Because Deshaun was not starting when we started this podcast because we looked at all the matchups. But he's in there now. Either way, I think Demarius has the upside.
I agree.
Because Deshaun's a flyer.
Deshaun is a flyer. He has been huge the first 2 weeks. I feel like he falls a little short. I feel like the Fitzmagic goes a little bit of the way of Mike Evans and O.J. Howard. Yeah. I feel like he gets a couple catches, but nothing huge.
Yeah.
Nothing huge.
I agree.
And then Browns EST against the Jets. I like that a lot.
And Dolphins against Oakland. I think Oakland wins that game. So.
I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say because Dolphins D has not looked bad at all, but.
Yeah, just on the road, I think Oakland wins that game. Or no, they.
Oakland's
Oakland's
on the road.
Oakland's on the road. Okay,
Yeah.
Still.
And then Kickers,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Cano could get a lot of field goals because since he's red zone.
I feel like the big ones for Brady are Howard, A. Brown, Gronk, and Demarius, and Phillip. Or did I say Rivers? Yeah, Rivers does good too.
So obviously we picked this for the shred. We are both going with Brady.
Yeah, and also I think Brady can make some adjustments. I won't say which ones, but Brady's a smart player. He's going to manage his team well.
Yeah, if he quits partying. Brady.
Oh.
Come on, man. It's Wednesday night. Goodness.
So that's all our picks.
Yeah, that is all the matchups. So this is going into week 3. Not much to say because week 2 is a lot of blowouts. This week, though, there's matchups to watch. It's going to be fun to see. The 2-0 teams playing and the 0-2 teams playing.
Yeah, we got a lot of interesting stuff happening. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think there's a good chance there can be a lot of separation in the league with a couple 3-0s and a couple 0-3s. And there's also a good chance of everyone sticking close together. So,
yeah.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. We got some good games this week, football-wise. So, looking forward to that.
Thanks to our sponsor of the night, who has just signed a big endorsement deal. Break the news to you guys. I am endorsed by Copenhagen now, and it is solid. So my new, they've decided to sponsor us this week. So.
I don't know if you can say that.
Yeah, you can say that.
Can you?
Copenhagen, you can say that. It's not a real thing. Hagen?
I thought you said Hagen.
No, I didn't say Hagen the first time. I coughed as I said it.
Okay.
Who cares? They're not watching this.
Yeah, so I guess with that being said, we got a couple water bets between me and Carson. Also, I'm going to send in the group me who went in on the Michael Thomas, Adam Thielen water bet.
Yeah. And I expect to be on the minority, but
also we didn't mention this, but I won the side pot this week for all those things I colluded. It was most points scored, not a random one. Okay, so screw you, Daniel. You could have won it. Your team could have grown some balls and scored 14 more points. Jesus. All right, and but yeah, I did forget to mention that, but I did win the side pot. And I think that's it. Next week we'll have randoms again.
Yep. So who knows? Anyone could win $12 next week.
Anyone, and I will Venmo you if you have Venmo. If you are not willing to set up Venmo, you will have to wait till next time I see you, which could be a long time. So, I would Venmo. It's an easy app to download.
Yeah.
Venmo sponsor.
Thanks to our second sponsor, Venmo. Eddie is now endorsed by Venmo.
Thanks,
the Venmo King.
Or anything sponsored.
So if I go down, Eddie's going down with me.
Let's just look around and get sponsored by stuff, guys. Hey, thanks Chick-fil-A.
No.
But yeah, I think that's it.
Yep, enough bad one. This is Steamer and the Champ signing off at the Humphreys Saloon podcast room.
I just like it, the Humphreys Saloon. That's a nice name. Coming at you from the Humphreys Saloon. We'll see you next week.
Thank you guys.
Peace.